one thing I wanted to bring in your kind notice, that now your blacklist will be reflected on weekly basis. The message will also go to the parents on weekly basis. So try to attend maximum lecture so that you should not be there in those problem of blacklist, debar, etc., etc. So there will be regular hammering of the student about their attendance, and you all know that attendance plays a very vital role. Just now we were talking about the importance of management accounting. We have seen that management accounting is accounting for managers. So honestly speaking, here we need not expect that we should have a knowledge of how to record the transaction. Transaction has been already recorded. The things is already available in the way of financial accounting. You have learned the financial accounting over a period of 3 years, right? FIJC, SYJC, FI BCom, accounting and finance semester one. So that is the basic job of financial accounting, which is the record of business. Now I want to utilize those records for different purposes. Okay, and when we talk about keeping the record for business, we literally followed this system. Okay, journal to ledger, which all sorry. So literally we followed this system from classification uh, to journalizing, debit, credit. This all was a part and parcel of our financial accounting, which is not going to help for a manager, for an entrepreneur, for a CEO, CFO who is from non-commerce background or non-accounting background. This is this can be understood by only those who has a knowledge of accountancy, who have learned this concept. They can understand these things. Okay, why it is debited, why it is credited. These all are nominal accounts. Being expenses, they are debited. Being income, they are credited. So on and so forth. Similarly, in that is why even last time also I have asked you to have the segregation. Now even in management accounting, in the year to come, when we will learn the cost accounting, all expenses will be segregated in different forms. Whatever is incurred in office will be recorded in office. Whatever is incurred for our selling and distribution will be recorded there. What is incurred for finance will be recorded like this. And other incomes. Now these income also subclassified. Some income are business income, right? That is known as trading income, operating income. Some income are non-trading income, okay, non-operating income. Can you tell me, because this is all you have learned earlier, so this part will be considered as cost of goods sold, cost which we have incurred. Either we can, for trading we can buy the things, or for other activity we can manufacture. You have seen your manufacturing account in FI BAP semester 1. Okay, so this is all manufacturing cost. That is why when we will go to the vertical balance sheet, vertical income statement after sales, these all are the part and still the things you used to keep in your manufacturing and trading account. Manufacturing and trading account will be the part and parcel of your cost of goods sold. Agreed, everyone? Understood? So these segregations are very important. Then only you will be able to learn the things in appropriate manner. Okay, then yes, there are certain operating income. I told you here also there are certain income which are operating in nature. Operating means from business operation what we have earned. Understood? Operating means what? By doing the business activity, by doing business uh, venture, whatever we have learned will be my operating income. Okay. Then we have the second head, which is very important, operating expenses. What is the nomenclature of it? Operating expenses. For business operation, whatever we have incurred will be known as operating expenses. So now you have to learn this vertical income statement, vertical balance sheet to learn your management accounting, which is very crucial and very important. Okay. So operating expenses for business operation, we required the expenditure in three different directions. One is for office and administration, other is for selling and distribution, and then is for financial expenses. These are for three activities. Same thing even when I have taught you the bridge course, I have stated you kindly segregate your expenses in three different areas, because I was knowing in days to come you are going to face. In office and administration, we will incorporate only which are required for running the office, to operate the office activity. Okay, those income and expenditure will come here. Okay, selling and distribution, which required for doing the sales activity. So office and admin, what we can take: office salary, office rent, office depreciation, selling and distribution, advertisement, commission, sales, etc., etc. So these will be the part and parcel of selling and distribution expenses. These are the part and parcel of office and administration expenses. Rather administrative, आप लिखो office and administrative expenses. तो आपको ज़्यादा clear होगा. You will not make any errors. And then financial expenses. Any interest, bank charges, finance. So this is called again, many a times interest they are including in finance expenses. But I have taken separately because this will help you in cost accounting. When you will learn leverage and all. Profit before interest and profit after interest. Because interest is very integral part. Why it is integral part? You have seen 2, 3 companies which gone to bankruptcy. Maybe Jet Airways, maybe Kingfisher Airways, because they could not able to pay the interest, fixed interest component. That is why they went for liquidation. So interest, we should know well in advance how much to be payable, to whom it is payable, etc., etc. That is why they are playing a very vital role for the managers, for the top level management people, for the CEO, for the CFO. Okay, and that is why they want to keep it separately and have their proper focus into it. So this was all your operating. Okay, so that is why it is known as net operating profit. What it is known as net operating profit. Then we can add the non-operating income, which we have not earned from business activity. Okay, there are many things which we have not earned from business activity. Like profit on sale of asset is not my business activity. My business activity is selling the goods. Okay, so there are many things which we have earned which are not the part and parcel of operating activity, will be considered as non-operating income. Yes, absolutely. Tax, audit, fees, everything will be part and parcel of office and administration. See, now you have to be very careful. Being a top, see, whenever you are learning this subject, try to understand you are the top level manager or management people. So your funda should be very clear. See how much we are incurring for office, how much we are incurring for sales, how much we are incurring for finance, what are the non-operating income, what are the non-operating expenses, which plays a very vital role for taking all kind of managerial decision, planning, execution. execution, etc., etc. That is why these segregations are required. So then we have non-operating income, dividend on share, dividend on interest, profit on sale of assets or investment, etc., etc., and non-operating expenses. Okay. So with this, we will get profit before tax. So what I will get? NPBT, net profit before tax, which is very important. Net profit before tax. Okay. Then we will deduct the provision for tax. Manjunathan, I don't think so. The tax audit should be on the sales ratio. If someone has uh, taken it as a base, because they have taken sales as a base, okay, for making the audit payment. But actually speaking, even though it is departmental final account, we are taking and we are considering tax audit as general profit and loss account, not to the sales ratio. So from net profit before tax, either we will deduct the tax paid or provision for tax. Then we will take last year's profit or loss, which we have also taken here. Opening net profit, which is last year's net profit. Then we will going to take the appropriation. I think now in profit partnership final account, you must have understand the meaning of appropriation. We used to prepare P&L appropriation account. What is the meaning of P&L appropriation account? Anything related to partners, whether partner salary, partner interest, interest on drawing, we used to incorporate there. Similarly, here who is the owner? Shareholders are the owners. So shareholders related anything is there will be taken into consideration in appropriation. Okay. Then after paying the dividend, whatever is the final earning will be known as retain earning. I hope till your entire format is clear as far as income statement is concerned. Any doubt to anyone? Because now you have to recollect, remember, reproduce every now and then. Every question we required the knowledge of vertical income statement. So my assignment for the day that all of you are going to write this income statement at least 5 to 10 times on your notebook. Okay, from where you can get, once again I told you, just refer the website. During last session when we were learning, we have seen it was 40,000 something. If you go to the website, now I think we have crossed 75,000 as far as my knowledge goes. We have seen somewhere. Yes, now it is, now we are reaching to 78,000. So if you have book, no problem. If you do not have, kindly download the book from your, what was the nomenclature of book? Management accounting. I think this book will also help you. What is it? Go for the revised one, 2017. This all management accounting will be the same. So let it download. Uh, General reserve is the reserve which we keep it for. This is you know divisible profit. When you will learn the financial accounting, this concept will come. General reserve is known as divisible profit. Okay, which can be used for any purposes. Which can be used for yes, yes, yes. So first, introduction to management accounting we are doing. We have done it. Please go through and learn all these things, points, write down everything for your reference. This is what I was talking about. This is your vertical statement. Sources and application of funds. This is your income statement which we are referring right now in detail. So kindly write down and then we will learn. This will be given and we have to modify and we have to keep it in this format. Okay. So both income statement and balance sheet statement will be your assignment. Before next lecture, I am going to check. You should write several times because then only you can understand whether what to be written, whether direct wages will be written in as cost of sales or office and administrative expenses. Whether this is in detail. Such kind of detailed explanation is not here. I have just given the gist of it. The detailed thing is there in the book. So I hope when you'll see the book, you'll understand the importance of it, and accordingly you will write 2 3 times, and by that you will able to remember, recollect. Because when I will do the question, I'm going to simply ask where these things will be reflected, whether it will be cost of sales or whether it is operating expenses or in operating expenses, office and administration. So with your common sense, with your experience, with the learning of this, with the practice of it, you can very much in a position to tell me whether it will be reflected where, whether it will be taken as share capital, whether it will be taken as loans and advances, whether it will be part and parcel of working capital, etc., etc. That knowledge is very much required for learning of management accounting. I hope things are clear. So what we did, we have transformed the T form, the horizontal form of income expenditure, income statement, or balance sheet statement in vertical form. Management accounting, just now I told you, we went to the website. Okay, I tried to get the latest one. There were other management accounting of 2014-15. What I did, I have taken the latest one, 17-18, and I downloaded. It's from that download I'm teaching. Or if you have any book at your place, no problem. Being the lockdown, it is not feasible and possible. That is why I have given you this option. You can do online learn. Get the things from online and start studying. So what we did basically, from horizontal form to vertical form, we have transformed in such a manner that we need not have to have the knowledge of basic, I mean the conceptual knowledge of debit, credit, real, personal, nominal, etc., etc. Okay, by simply adding and subtracting, we can get our answer. Okay, we know sales is an income. These are the expenses. So from income, we will deduct the expenses. What we will get? Profit. What are different types of profit? So there are some operating profit. There are some profit before tax. There are profit after tax, and there are retained earnings. The profit available for dividend. The profit available for appropriation. These are very, very minute things which plays a very vital role for managers. And I told you many a times managers are from non-commerce background. They have not learned accountancy. So for them it is very, very crucial and very important. Then accordingly they can take the decision. So this was all about income statement. Similarly, if we'll take the balance sheet, what exactly is happening in balance sheet? In balance sheet, we have, this is nothing but sources of finance. These are the place where we got from finance from different ways and means. And this is called as application of funds. These are the places where we have applied the fund which we have collected. Agreed or not? So that is why when we will go for balance sheet statement, we take it as application of fund and sources of fund. What we take it as? Sources of fund and application of fund. The liability is my sources of fund. Liabilities are sources of fund and assets are application of fund. This we have collected, this we have applied. Okay. So how we have collected? We have collected from shareholders. We have got it from reserve and surpluses. We have borrowed the fund. Someone is secured. Secured means against certain security we have borrowed the fund. They are bank loan, deposit, etc. There are unsecured. Sorry, public deposit is unsecured. Okay, I have already taken. So public fixed deposit, like you must have seen, even in the bank we are making the deposits. They are unsecured loan. There is no security. Similarly, many a people they are depositing into company, the same fund. Okay. Then we have applications. Application in form of fixed asset. The funds which we have collected, we have applied for a different purposes. Okay. So which are those purposes? They are for buying the fixed asset, could be intangible or tangible. Okay, could be intangible or tangible. Buying for investment, long-term investment. Then working capital. Working capital is nothing but current asset minus current liabilities. Now, certain current assets are quick and certain are non-quick. Very important for you to recollect. So all current assets are quick. Why these are known as, that is why I told you, long term will be investment. Short term and marketable will be quick current assets. So closing stock and prepaid expenses are non-quick current assets. Remaining all current assets are quick current assets. Okay? Why they are not, why they are to be given nomenclature as current asset? Because they are immediately convertible into cash. And non-quick current asset is bank overdraft and cash credit. Okay, these are sorry, these are known as non-quick current liabilities. So if we will add fixed asset with investment to working capital, what we are going to get? Total application of funds. So this application of funds should tally with total sources of funds. Because as much as we have, that much only we can apply. No, suppose your parents is giving pocket money of 500, you can spend only 500. If they will give on your on the occasion of your birthday 3,000, you can spend only 3,000. So similarly, whatever the company can collect, that much only they can apply. This is the basic fundamental. And being the top level manager, I am very much clear how much I have taken from shareholders, what are the shareholders' contribution, what is the past reserves, what we have borrowed with the security, what we have borrowed without securities, how much we have applied in fixed asset, how much investment we bought, and how much we have kept it for day-to-day working capital, and thereby also how much is in liquid form, that is in quick current asset, and how much is non-liquid form. I think this is very, very apt and important for top level managers to keep the track of their investments, of their sources and application of funds. And same thing is written here also, but here it is in more detail. Everything is there. Maximum possible item which could be there in your questions. Different questions are incorporated here. Okay, fixed asset also all majority we have considered. Okay, if there is depreciation, we will deduct. We are concerned about net. Again, we talk about investment, all long-term investment we have taken, and working capital same. Current assets minus current liabilities, quick and non-quick. Okay, and this is your income statement. With this entire format and basics of management accounting is over. Why it is important, how it is crucial for top level managers, how we can use it for different decision making, because every income and expenses are segregated. Honestly speaking, when you were writing your horizontal income and expenditure, you used to write anything anywhere. That is not allowed and applicable in vertical income statement and balance sheet. To a specific place only you can write. Here only there was a difference that P&L item were not there in balance sheet and balance sheet item were not there in P&L. But here, even in P&L there are segregation, even in income statement there are segregation, even there balance sheet there are segregation, and those items to be reflected there only. So now if you have any doubts, please ask me. Otherwise, I hope I have given my assignment. And next lecture, I want to see this assignment should be there in your notebook. All of you should keep a separate notebook. On the top page, you write your name, class, roll number, division. That will be my CE1. Regular assignment I'm going to give and I'm going to assess. So anything anyone want to ask, please ask. And again, I'm asking all of you kindly keep your video mode on, particularly the leaders. Okay, so keep their video mode on, because every now and then I am not going to have this habit go and check. I don't have that much time, and if it is not followed, next lecture onwards, those students will not get attendance. Attendance is very crucial. You are going to get now weekly update about your attendance and blacklist. So kindly read and come. Any doubt, anyone, please feel free to ask. Still, there are many who do not have their photograph as DP. Kindly do the